risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 122. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my left is Scholar Tarek. What's going on, sir?
Hello everyone. Zordon is now the one who knocks.
And to my other left is Scholar Brian.
Hola! Another day, another dollar.
I understand these references. And of course, let's just get right into it. This was a very, very big week in wrestling. Money in the Bank has come and gone, so let's get right into it. Lots of backstage news, so let's get into it a little bit. Backstage news.
When I say peek, I really mean just open the curtain just a tad, just so we can peek behind it and check in on a little
backstage news. Bank.
I love how much creativity we're now giving into our intro of backstage news.
Like we weren't already?
Not as elaborate.
It changes every week. It's good.
It's a meme now. That's why we're doing this. But anyway,
memes are cool.
But anyway, enough of the memes. You've seen the title of this episode. You know what we're going to talk about, so let's just get right into it. The big news this week, the recent reveal that CM Punk's debut is on September 10th in the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, the very same arena you walked out on the 127-14 episode of Raw.
Way to go, fuck you. It's two different ways.
Yes, thanks Scamp311 on Reddit.
And thank you, CM Punk, for really officiating that, hey, I really don't need WWE to spread my voice, even though some of his voices are not exactly good ones.
Well, when he gets his ass beat, then we'll talk about spreading his voice. Okay, that's it.
All right.
I can't wait. Oh, that's going to be one discussion I can't wait for.
All right, in all seriousness, yeah, we're just messing with you all. We're all going to be talking about Roman Reigns eventually, but we'll cover that a little bit later on the show during our Money in the Bank recap. But for the time being, there is seriously one other little bit of backstage news that I did want to cover. It's the Cruiserweight Classic tapings that are going on as of tonight, as of this taping. And of course, it was just recently revealed that Daniel Bryan, of all people, will be doing the commentary alongside Mauro Ranallo. Which, I love this pairing.
Words cannot describe the greatness of this pairing except one word. Yes.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just glad Daniel Bryan's doing something. I'm getting involved in wrestling again.
I bet Daniel Bryan is glad to be doing something
which is
in wrestling.
Awkward because he actually came out and said that it's heartbreaking being around wrestling.
Well, how long ago did you say that?
Like earlier this week. So it's one of those where he says that, and then like a day later, this news comes out, and you're like, wait, what? But because it's the Cruiserweights, it does make sense, because Daniel Bryan, Mauro Ranallo, this duo knows their shit with Cruiserweights and just wrestling in general. So this was pretty much the best get you could find. And it makes me even more excited to watch this when it actually starts.
Oh yeah, it should be starting relatively soon.
They did say end of June, right?
I think they said something about that.
Possibly next week.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Apparently, Zack Sabre. I saw some stills where Zack Sabre Jr. was on the first taping. That alone, I want to see what this guy's got.
I want to see what he's all about.
I want to see what a lot of these names are all about.
Yeah, really. Plus,
including
Kota
Taka.
Ibushi. Yeah, Taka.
Good, you're paying attention.
Racism, boo. I don't know.
No, it's just seeing if you are paying attention.
I thought you were, for a second there. I thought you were confusing Kota Ibushi with Taka Michinoku.
No, we were trying to see if you'd catch it. He was trying to see if you'd catch it, and guess what? You did. So kudos to you.
I'm almost on the ball.
It's like, here's the silver platter right in front of you. Wait, what? Where did this come from?
From Narnia. I eat your tofu.
I eat your make-believe food. You're playing with us, Peter.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of
Come on, I'm random. You know this.
Everybody's random.
I just pull out random references out of my ass.
All right. Speaking of random references and speaking of randomness in general, let's jump right into Money in the Bank.
Let's.
Yeah. Even though there was.
With the pre-show, which equals what the heck was this?
The pre-show is like, oh wait, this wasn't the pre-show. That's not the pre-show we've been announced. What the hell's going on?
Well,
I knew that the two matches that were supposed to be on the pre-show got moved.
Yeah, the day of. That's when I found out.
I didn't know that they had put two more in, and the two that they put in
completely worthless.
Well, let's get right into it and tackle this one by one. First match, the Golden Truth finally got their win over Breezango, or...
Nobody cares.
I'll be perfectly honest, okay? I didn't watch this match, okay? I watched the promos in front of the match. Then I saw Tyler Breeze and Fandango, that whole sunburn thing, and as soon as I saw that, I was like...
Done.
Time for a beer run. That's it.
I didn't see Tyler Breeze and Fandango as much as I saw the Golden Truth wrestle a couple of oversized Slim Jims.
Basically, yeah. That was...
I was really looking forward to some competitive match, but then I was like, yeah, Breezango.
As soon as I saw the storyline that they were playing with beforehand... When they get in the tanning booth and then R-Truth and Goldust turn it up full. And first of all, no tanning salon machine has that on the top, has that on the outside. Okay, yep. That's it. No, so automatically you're taken out of it because everybody knows this. Even if you don't go to a tanning salon,
God, we're going.
I am the whitest man alive. I do not go to a tanning salon. I know that they don't have that.
We apologize for putting too much info into this match. Why do we care?
Yeah,
I don't know which I care about more,
Golden
Truth or making Darren Young great again.
It was 2 minutes long. I got back and they were in the middle of the next promo.
Let's put it this way: I wanted to care, but as soon as I saw burned Breezango, I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna get. Moving on.
And that skin patch, that storyline started. That fake skin patch falling off was disgusting as fuck.
That was weird.
So yeah, the better of the two pre-show matches with the Dudley Boys and the Lucha Dragons.
This I sat
Transitions.
through. This I liked. It was good tag team wrestling. Okay, you knew what was going to happen. Okay, it was just.
You did?
I did.
Really?
Yeah, I knew the Lucha. I called the Lucha Dragons. I did because it's the pre-show match. I'm like, they want to bring people into the pay-per-view. They want to have... And the Dudley Boys have been jobbing since they came in, so they haven't won anything. So
the sad
it's
thing
like,
is,
okay.
I really looked that up. They haven't won a single pre-show match, because that's all they've been on since they came back, was the pre-show.
They haven't won a pay-per-view... Or they haven't won a big match since they came back to the WWE. So you put them on the pre-show with the Lucha Dragons, yeah, they're going to lose. It's just a question of how good it was, and it was a serviceable Dudley Boys. They all got their stuff in. Bubba Ray Dudley talked his amount of trash. That was fun. And
honestly, for me, this match was... Both teams are at such the lowest point right now in their careers. I had no idea who was going to win, just because both teams were in such a down low, because they both are in terrible losing streaks.
I kind of feel like Kalisto has been hurt, like, for the past month, because you saw the surprise, and the seventh entrant was supposed to be Kalisto.
I heard that rumor.
And then they decided to bring it down to 6. So my thought is, Kalisto was hurt. They put him in an easy-going match on the pre-show just to get him a payday, and what we got, perfectly acceptable wrestling. Okay, not a botch to be seen. It was there.
It was an appetizer.
It was there, and it did nothing. But it was fun. It was just
It was just
entertaining match.
It was the salad before the main show, where the Breezango versus Golden Truth was the spit that you had walking into the restaurant.
You spit when you walk into restaurants?
At times, yes.
I'm never going out to eat with you again, sir.
It's like,
That's
hello,
a lie.
hello, welcome to
Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's. Sir, why did you do that?
No, I don't make it inside, okay? It's outside the door.
The way you were going, you were leading
Even
that on.
so.
It's just like, I'll just spit in the restaurant.
I come right up to the desk. It doesn't even hit the ground. It goes right on the desk. That's it.
I just look at him
Oh,
dead in the eye.
dear.
Why are you always spitting at us kids? What does he do? He spits one big one in my face.
References. Anywho, let's get right into the show proper, because this is where stuff's really starting to take off.
Let's.
Kicking things off with the New Day beating the Club, the Vaudevillains, and Enzo and Cass. This one actually really surprised me when it happened.
This was surprising at the time, but they had been playing up the 309 days. They had been playing up the New Day stuff throughout the day. So I was like, okay, my pick was the Club, but the way they're building this up, saying 309 days. Okay, so
What day
they're
are
trying
they at
to
now?
do the...
What day do they have to get to? 330?
Something like that.
Yeah, if it was 309 days on Sunday, that would make it 10. It's 313 at this point, at the time of this recording.
So it's like, I started getting the feeling during the match that the New Day was going to win, and I turned out to be right. That ending was weird. That whole sequence, and let's face it, whenever Cass and Enzo are in a match, that's gonna open up the show because they want the crowd to get into it, and the most over people on the roster, other than Dean Ambrose, are Big Cass and Enzo.
Yeah, the day for longest reign is 331 days.
Yeah,
For the current tag team championship, not the world tag team titles, because they don't count those titles for some odd reason.
So it's like this
They
this
titles,
was
you
good.
would think they would.
This was good. Okay, that ending was weird.
The ending
hurt
the match,
but
it was a very fun match.
It was fun, but the ending was random people hitting random crap, botching everywhere.
Luke Gallows just standing there. Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, hey guys, let me kick it. Let me just stand there and let Big Cass kick me in the face. That's it. So
It's like my Any Given Tuesday.
So it was fun up until that ending point when I'm just staring at the screen going, what the hell is happening? And Kofi Kingston just completely botching everything. The Botch King returned. Okay,
I will say
for the ending of that match.
I will say when the match ended and New Day won, I could be perfectly honest. I was actually pissed. I was like, God damn it! What? As much as I love the New Day, I was like, okay, let some other tag team go for
Right.
it.
And I shared that sentiment.
Until the next day.
Until the next night.
Until the next night.
And I was like, okay, I see what you're doing here.
At first, I didn't like that either. And then I actually watched it a second time. I'm like, actually really studying what happens with the New Day.
For those who missed Raw, we're talking about the New Day coming out and facing the returning Wyatt family.
You see what what happened to Xavier Woods during that promo?
I caught that. I was like, whoa.
That was great.
That's big. That's big. I think one of them is going to turn.
Foreshadowing.
By the end of this little feud that they got going here.
He's getting mesmerized by the power of Bray Wyatt.
He's getting mesmerized by the power of the Wyatt family beards.
I just love that during that segment, the New Day was going off as heelish.
They were going off as heelish, and Bray Wyatt, just being Bray Wyatt,
like,
is laughing the entire time.
I just love that he gets such a big positive reaction. He's a baby face right now. Mm-hmm. He's so popular. And the New Day
did y'all miss me? Like, yeah, we did.
Damn right we did. And the fact that the New Day came out and started making fun of them. Hell, they made fun of Rowan for having a big booty.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, they're bullying these guys. What are you doing? And then Xavier Woods getting...
This is going somewhere. It's written all over it.
It's a great story. I don't know
because Bray Wyatt starts laughing, okay, and Xavier Woods completely misses his line. Because he's always on top of the WWE World Tag Team Champions, and he completely misses his line because Bray Wyatt starts laughing and his face just closes down.
He wasn't laughing at that time. Bray didn't laugh at that point. He laughed after they did when they actually did the WWE Tag Team Championships. He was just standing there, and then Xavier was just like,
and the three
of them the Undertaker zombie in one of the WWE video games.
Because the three of them are just staring up at New Day, and you just see the subtleties of Xavier Woods is all animated and all that, and then suddenly just shuts down completely and starts wandering to the ring, completely forgetting the line that he's known for. Okay, this is big. This could be big. I didn't think much of it. The Wyatt family coming back, you're gonna put them up against the New Day. Yeah, it's gonna make for awesome promos, but I would have thought that they would have put Bray Wyatt somewhere bigger than this. But the nuances of that story, looking back at it, this is big.
Yes, fool.
We've actually talked with JML about this earlier this week.
Yes.
You said you would think Bray Wyatt would go into something bigger. How can you go bigger than the most popular thing going on in WWE right now in the New Day?
Yeah, I mean the New Day are like massively over, so
they're like one of the biggest attractions that WWE has.
Which is why I came down on it, because because at first on Monday the New Day came out and I was like, oh, okay.
I was more like, really? This is how they're starting it?
Yeah, and then later on I was like, yeah. Why not?
Well, I can sort of see the initial reaction just because of the clash of moods between the New Day and the Wyatt family could not be any more different. Plus, I know we're all big fans of Bray Wyatt and we want to see him go for like a big singles run and just look like a big singular entity. But if you think about it, it really doesn't have to necessarily go that way. I mean, Bray Wyatt, the character, is still a mastermind, as at the very least, he can always lead. For a second, I was going to say Luke Harper. You can call in Strowman and Rowan to just go after the New Day and go after the tag team titles.
Now, the question I have, which makes this even more interesting, is this about the tag team titles?
It will be,
or
it can be,
or are they going for the 6-man tag in order to have the New Day break the record, and then maybe at SummerSlam have the tag team titles?
I'm thinking a 6-man tag will happen in some capacity.
We're a month away from Battleground.
I feel like the way the WWE is building up the tag team title reign, the New Day is gonna go heelish again and try not to defend the tag team titles, and Bray Wyatt's just gonna be like,
you know what?
I've never cared about titles. I'm just gonna take you guys out.
I think for Battleground it's going to be a 6-man tag match.
Yeah,
but I think SummerSlam will lead to tag team tigules.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. And they can keep this feud going.
Absolutely, easy.
Keep it going all day long. I just figured that it works because Bray Wyatt's just coming off of injury. You can have him in a 6-man tag and have him be the hot tag, because we all know how good he is at the hot tag.
Bray
we saw that one time.
Yeah.
So
it'll be Eric Rowan crawling for Bray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Braun Strowman doing his thing, doing his choppy thing.
Speaking of Eric Rowan, does anyone else really love what they did with his new costume now?
What did they do?
It just looks more vicious, more Leatherface-like. Like they made these subtle changes to his sheet mask.
I have to look at it because I really didn't. I noticed. Well, wait, you said with Rowan's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you said Strowman.
No, Strowman's just getting by on his bigness.
Yeah, I love Eric Rowan's mask. Yeah, I love it.
I love that sort of evolved and changed, so it's not just a recolored sheet mask. It's actually like
a legit design.
Yeah,
I
it gave me
just-
like a Leatherface vibe.
I just love Eric Rowan in general. Everyone I've talked to is like, Eric Rowan's the weak link. I'm like, I don't really think so.
Oh, now
It's only because he's hanging around Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper.
yeah.
Now he's got Braun Strowman to be the weak link.
Yeah, he's just a big dude.
Now I'm actually not so upset that the Wyatt family didn't get the tag team titles yet, because I can just see the two guys with the sheep mask win the tag team titles, and Luke Harper would just go on to a singles title when he comes back. Like, imagine the Wyatt family just starts taking titles.
Right.
That I would love to see. When they're ready to pull the trigger, on these guys, that's waiting to happen. It must.
Bray's gonna go for the world title.
At some point.
That's like, it's like slowly. It's like, imagine tag team championship. Luke Harper wins the IC title, and Bray starts going for the title. All these titles are in the name of Bray Wyatt. Run.
Yeah. In the meantime, I actually did just pull up a small picture of the new Eric Rowan outfit. It definitely has a Leatherface vibe. Like,
actually, that mask
whole
is
thing looks stick together.
not new. He's actually had that mask for a while now.
well, I'm just noticing it now, but this one definitely looks way more withered than the original one. It actually looks like a Leatherface mask.
Because
Except
when he
the
first
sheep.
came in, it was straight white sheep.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's all gray and crap. Like, he's been in the woods for a very long time. Maybe that's where they've been for the last 3 months, just chilling in the woods, and that's what his mask looks like now. That's it.
Even so, it makes sense.
Hopefully
it's another little layer that just makes this really come alive and be engaging. I like it.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll see how that develops. In the meantime, we get Baron Corbin beating Dolph Ziggler.
Whoop-de-doo.
Hopefully, it'll finally end their feud.
Yeah. By the way, did anyone else catch this? I think it was in this match. Someone, I believe Dolph Ziggler was about to be counted out, and they dove back into the ring, and everyone booed because they just wanted the match to end.
It's so bad that they're chanting boring.
It's one of those, even when the fans know that a feud has gone on too long, like, this match got 15 minutes. Why?
It's not that the fact that it's gone on too long, it's the fact that they're not putting any time into this feud. No story.
Yeah.
The only story that we got was when Dolph Ziggler kicked him in the balls. I'm like, oh good, we're actually getting story.
And then
it just disappears off TV until now.
Nobody
That's
cares.
that's why we don't care anymore. Because they don't care.
Nobody cares, and the crowd lets you know it. So move on. And he moved on to kill Zack Ryder, which probably made me and Tarek very happy.
Oh, it made me happy. I'm just like, oh great, you're going down now. You beat World Heavyweight Champion Dolph Ziggler. You're supposed to be going up, not going down.
Going down.
Elevator stop.
Well, remember, Dolph Ziggler hasn't won anything in years, while Zack Ryder was just Intercontinental Champion. So, technically, if you want to think about it, he did go up.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Technically.
Nope.
Well,
That is not true at all.
Well, thankfully, just because of this match, hopefully this means that this whole program is over in every single regard.
Hopefully they'll give Dolph Ziggler a break. The man has been wrestling for a long time now. Straight weeks. The man absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes, freshen it up. It's cool.
Exactly.
Yes. In the meantime, as far as something that's remotely fresh, apparently we got Charlotte and Dana Brooke going over Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
I'm so glad I changed my
You mean
my
Natalia, right?
decision.
You said
Wow, I
Charlotte.
put Charlotte. Wow, I put Charlotte twice. Wow. I'm getting tired of those.
I'm very glad I actually changed my prediction.
Natalia.
I even posted, I'm like, you know what? I just can't choose Natalia and Becky Lynch. Apparently, WWE can't stand Becky Lynch either, because everyone just keeps turning on her.
You know,
That's sad.
it was actually supposed to be Becky Lynch turning heel.
I don't know why they changed.
They changed it because
Who knows?
Natalia needs a change, I guess.
I guess.
They did it because
Becky Lynch is
Natalia is
over.
always the one that people have turned heel on. Let's have her do it.
And Becky Lynch is the second most over female on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, we might as well keep her.
It's now official.
Face.
I don't like Dana Brooke.
Well, she's a heel. You're not supposed to like
No.
It has nothing to do with
It has nothing to do
the
with the
heel-ness.
character. She's not entertaining in the least way.
I like her just fine.
You just like how she looks. You can't argue.
This is not untrue.
Seriously.
I like the way she looks, but she's annoying as fuck. And I
she's
realize
stupid.
that's her character. But how do you fuck up putting your partner's foot on the bottom rope? How do you screw that up?
Because she's a bimbo.
How do you screw that up? Go back to NXT. Get down. You can't even put someone's foot on the rope right.
Careful. The Titanic is gonna hit the iceberg. Timber. You know that's for trees, right? Dead.
But it's okay.
Dumb blonde has no place in a Charlotte storyline.
Okay.
You make Alex Riley look relevant.
But you know what? It's all okay. Because the Queen came back this week.
Yes,
Sasha's back.
We're getting
Everything will be fine.
I guess for now.
For now, until she gets buried.
Please. Sasha is too much of a cash cow. She's not getting buried.
Watch.
Do we not see her on the Battleground promo? She was the only female who actually had a battle flag.
It's gonna be her and Paige versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke at Battleground.
Why would it be her Paige and Sasha instead of
because
Sasha and Paige had a moment
Becky
together?
is dealing with Natalya, and at the end of during that match, it was Sasha and Paige.
That
it makes sense.
I don't know. I'm not totally on board with that yet, but I'll be sold.
And then Sasha and Charlotte will face off at SummerSlam. It's build up. It's
Yep.
pure build up. It's the same thing that happened Payback.
And you know what? I'm cool with that.
Fastlane to WrestleMania.
And you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm just glad Sasha's back.
Paige will take the pin because of what happened in Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
You know what? I'm just going to throw one Scholar's Quick Talk with this one, because it just popped in my head. Would you guys think Bayley would have done a better job in Dana Brooke's position? Both storyline-wise?
I don't think you bring up Bayley as a heel.
No, you can't.
That's the best part.
No.
You do it and have her be looked at as just a kid.
No,
Basically,
but here's my problem. I get where you're going with it, but I don't know if she knows how to play a heel character.
Improbable, but not impossible.
Yeah, but I mean, like you don't bring up someone of that stature and have them change that much right away. Okay, you bring them in. You bring her in as a big old babyface that gives hugs because that's her character. That's what people know her for. That's what she knows how to play. And then you get her like 6 months to a year down the line. Then you try to bring in nuances to the character. Dana Brooke, okay. First of all, wasn't supposed to be in that spot in the first place. Okay, the only reason she's there is because Emma got hurt. It was probably going to be Emma who took the Dana Brooke role. And Dana Brooke has shown that she can't do it. Emma, okay, probably would have done it a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The Dana Brooke spot?
But Emma got hurt. Because Emma and Dana Brooke were a unit. Okay, then Emma got hurt. Dana Brooke needed something to do, so they put her with Charlotte.
While I agree with you that anything is possible,
the way I look at it, I just want to defend myself on this one because they're just coming on.
I hear you.
Well,
Not me. No, you both said no. I'm just responding to what he said. Of course, it's not just going to be the straight up lackey. It's just more. This one's going to be more tag team partner. Like, have Dana Brooke come up and then be the Charlotte's lackey. But then all of a sudden, Bayley comes in, and for a good small build up, we see Bayley wanting to prove herself that she can take on Charlotte by taking out Dana Brooke. And then all it is, once Dana Brooke gets in, boom, just knocks her out. She beats the crap out of Dana Brooke. Charlotte tries to come in and joins with Bayley. Jay's basically saying, okay, now I'm at a point. And then it will be the next night on Raw. Bayley would come out. You seriously had this filth come up to the main roster before I did? And basically showing her frustrations with WWE. It's like, oh, you guys look down on me just because I'm the hugger in NXT, that I didn't deserve to be in the same league with Sasha or Charlotte or Becky Lynch.
I see where you're coming from.
It could be her legitimizing that she does belong there.
I see where you're coming from, but I would have liked to see her play a heel in NXT first before you try to put her as a heel on the heelish character on the main roster. But the best heels on the main roster have been heels in the developmental. So I just don't know. I've never seen her play a heel, and I'm not sure I want to. That's the only thing that's where I'm coming from. If you've never played a heel before on NXT or in developmental, I'm not quite sure I want you coming up as a heel.
I think it's more like, where my mind's going is more like a Hulk Hogan dynamic, where I think they need more time, at least on the main roster, to really have their like really lengthy superface run the way she's known for a while, and then by the time when it actually eventually does happen, it's like this huge mega bomb of a moment, and then as soon as that happens, everyone's locked in, everyone's invested.
Like maybe have that happen at a WrestleMania.
Yeah, or some like really, really sell it before they pull a trigger on something like that.
Have a instead of that, like everyone else, as she comes up, she's the huge baby face, she's having all these great matches, but everybody else is getting the title shots.
Like with what they did with Dana Brooke, I feel like she was, even when she was playing a heel, I felt like she was sort of like pushed into that role very abruptly for the main roster.
She was brought up for a reason, to continue what she was doing with Emma on the NXT roster, and then Emma got hurt, so they're like, she just came up.
You could throw her back.
I understand that, but this is the WWE we're talking about. I'm thinking in their head. in smart heads, yeah, throw her back down. She's not ready yet. It makes sense when you bring up the tag team of Emma and Dana Brooke. It makes sense. But Emma gets hurt, yeah, throw her back down. But in WWE's head, okay, we brought her up. We can't send her back down. Let's throw her in here where she's not ready yet. And that, no, it doesn't work. And it's starting to show.
I'm thinking maybe one of these days we just need to have a whole episode just dedicated to the logistics of the women's division, how we'd fine-tune everything.
And how shitty it is right now?
It is sad. It really is.
There's a chance that it can come...
It really is.
There's a chance that it can come back.
With Sasha back, now it can actually get interesting.
Well, yeah, I feel like it was just in a holding pattern for a while.
And
no one cared about her and Natalia.
And the women's division in a holding pattern sucks.
It was...
But at the same time, now there was, in my mind, light at the end of the tunnel, because basically, for whatever reason, everyone was just waiting for Sasha to get back. Now she's back. Now actual wrestling can begin again.
And now let's And now let's hope that the WWE doesn't squander it.
And I don't think it will, now that we're pretty much back on track. And I'm okay with that.
And I'm sorry if it seemed like I was going full shutdown. I didn't mean it.
No, I was just saying. I was just saying. You guys were stating your opinion. I was ready to be like, okay, here's my opinion on it. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I wasn't ready to rip your fucking head off.
We're not angry.
We're not angry at any of you.
That wasn't a scholar's quick talk. That was a full-on.
We're not riled up.
I'm completely calm.
This is the episode that it's okay.
We're all going crazy. We're all crazy boys.
Sorry, DMV today.
That says it all.
Running on fumes.
Only
had a 3-hour sleep, where it was one of those naps, like where you close your eyes and open, it's day. And then only having like at least a 10 or 15 minute power nap.
Hey,
that's all I have right now.
I'll tell you what, you want a longer nap? Let's talk about Apollo Crews versus Sheamus.
It happened. Apollo Crews won. Game over, and yeah.
Game over, yeah, with a roll-up of all things?
No, but with a roll-up of all things, which equals no one gives a shit. They have... You think that this is going to help Apollo Crews? No, it doesn't. Okay, he did not decisively beat Sheamus. Okay, you put him down with a finishing move, not a roll-up. This kind of makes me think that this is going to happen again, and no.
All I can really say about this is what I've been saying for weeks. Apollo Crews coming up to the main roster was too soon.
Agreed.
You had so many other people.
I like Apollo Crews, but he's too soon.
What was it? 6 months?
Not even
6 months. He was in NXT.
I think it was longer than that.
Okay, 9 months. He came up Brooklyn.
Yeah, he debuted in Brooklyn.
Yeah. So nine months. You're not Kevin Owens, kid. Go back down there. You're not Kevin Owens. Get 3 months down in NXT. Come up.
Well, hey, it's not his call to go up to the main roster.
Yeah, well, it's the WWE and they're morons, as I stated in our last segment.
As we stated in almost every week.
It's too early. He's gonna be the new Ryback.
Well, in the meantime, yeah, that was the thing that happened.
And he's got no charisma whatsoever. I'm sorry.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy all the time.
It's okay to feel sad sometimes.
Like, Apollo Crews has the ability. Okay? What he needs to work on is the charisma. And he's not going to get that up in the WWE. They're going to kill it.
He's happy Rocky Maivia right now.
Yeah. And remember what happened to that guy.
Well,
they need to turn him. They need to turn him heel and have him turn badass immediately.
They have to just send him back down to NXT.
Yeah,
done.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, you know who does not need to be in NXT right now? AJ Styles. Because he just beat John Cena. Thank you very large.
However, caveat: we did say, okay. We knew the club was going to come in. Let's not be assholes and say we didn't know.
Everyone.
Okay.
But we knew. We were just begging them not to.
But okay. AJ Styles beating John Cena in that fashion. Okay, we wanted Kevin Owens decisive in the first match. We didn't get it. Does it hurt AJ Styles? He beat John Cena. But I think it hurt him a little bit.
And the promos on Monday didn't help either.
Yeah, he turned into TNA AJ Styles again. He turned into the stuttering, forgetting his lines, saying the same line 3 times in a row. It was bad, man. That promo went on too long. And the fact that
Cena ate Carl Anderson alive.
I don't think Carl Anderson got a move in.
He didn't.
I don't think he did.
Insulting.
That was bad,
exactly.
Man.
Like I said, this had great build, and they decided to take a shit all over it. At least
the match itself.
The match itself was great.
Greatness. Okay, the match itself is greatness, but
the second that ref got knocked out, I was like,
kind of ruins it.
It did. Okay. It ruined it for me. I even said it last week. If it wasn't a clean victory, it would hurt him.
On the bright side, though, according to either it must have been like Meltzer or some of the other backstage sources, apparently he's been having such good matches, AJ Styles has, that apparently a lot of the naysayers from WWE have actually been changing their mind on him and actually see him as like one of their top 5 talents now.
But you know what? That's great. But until he starts getting clean, decisive victories, I don't believe it.
Again, this story
can't argue that.
This story is not yet over.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But the way that first match came off, okay, I don't think Styles wins another one in this feud. Okay, Kevin Owens won decisively and never won again. Again, AJ Styles won like a bitch. Okay, I'll say it. I'll say it. He did.
He
was
won
knocked
like a
out.
heel.
He was knocked out. He won like a heel. Okay, and what happens when John Cena loses that way to a heel? Okay, he wins the feud. Okay, and that's not...
Well, if what Jeff's saying is true, hopefully he'll get a decisive win over John Cena at one point.
Well, we'll see.
If they are turning their mind, yeah, it has to be at a pay-per-view. Duh.
Decisive wins on Raw don't count.
But yeah, if they are really looking at AJ Styles as one of their top 5 top talent, then they really have to like have one good decisive victory to help make him a legit star with the WWE crowd.
Agreed.
So, in ending, great match. Not denying the first 22 minutes of greatness. Okay, but that last minute shitty ending. Great match, shitty ending.
Yeah. But you know what? At least...
Even JBL was pissed. That's how you know.
Even so, I'm just glad AJ Styles got a win here. Dirty or not, that's okay by me. This story is not yet over.
Yeah, which it doesn't legit kill him like a loss would have. Because if he lost, put a fork in him, he's done. Okay, that's it. He got his ass handed to him by Roman Reigns.
Congratulations, AJ, you're superstars.
Yeah, superstars.
Oh,
indeed.
here we go again.
So he gets the win in an undecisive fashion. The feud continues. We'll see what happens, but my hopes are not up because of prior history. Okay.
Hey. Again, either way, not much we can do about it now. I'm just strapped in for the ride. But also, what I'm strapped in the ride for, this next match. Because Dean Ambrose finally won the Money in the Bank.
And let's face it, okay? You knew what was coming later in the night because he didn't really do much in the match itself.
And you know what?
Okay,
that didn't even occur to me when I saw it for the first time.
Yeah, he didn't really do much. He spent most of his time out of the ring. It was mostly the other 5. Kevin Owens, man. Kevin Owens was a bumping machine.
Yes, he was.
during this match. I'm like, give him a title shot just because. Okay, that's
his
it.
time. If we've learned anything from tonight, it's that your time will come.
Because he was the I guess it was him and Ambrose on the top of the ladder at the end. So normally the other guy also has big things in the mix for later on. Of course, now he's going to continue his feud with Sami Zayn because why not? That's it.
I can see them putting their they continue the feud, have their match at Battleground. Both of them will get drafted to different shows, and this will put their feud on pause because people have said this is the feud that can go on forever, and I really can see it because these guys are just so awesome together.
Definitely.
And whenever they don't have anything to do, all right, bring them back. Bring them back.
Pretty much.
They'll become the first like post draft Raw versus SmackDown match.
Yeah,
you know it's
like we don't have.
It really does.
We don't have anything for you over here. We don't have anything for you over here. All right, back to what works.
Yeah, pretty much.
The match will end put their feud on temporary pause. Who wins the first chapter of this feud?
Mm-hmm.
But basically, okay, this is.
Or is this more like chapter 3?
I would put this in the top 3 of Money in the Bank matches that I've ever seen.
It really was one of the better ones I've seen.
Okay, yeah. I really liked the one that
6 works.
I liked the Anderdy win.
The Anderdy.
I liked that one. You got to give it up for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this one surpassed a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
For me. So it's like this was crazy.
It was crazy.
This was crazy. All kinds of stuff was happening. Kevin Owens almost killed himself 5 times.
Del Rio looked like he almost killed himself at one point.
Del Rio got helped to the back. Nobody. As Dean Ambrose was celebrating, I saw Kevin Owens getting help to the back, obviously, and Alberto Del Rio. It looked like he landed wrong on that last
bump off the rope.
The last bump off the rope. It looked like he landed wrong on his ankle, so he was limping up off the top, off to the side of the ramp. So I guess I don't know how you guys feel. It's good that he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's this was match of the night.
It was,
obviously, and one of the best Money in the Bank matches I've ever seen.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Can't argue that.
Yes. It's actually what.
And Cesaro was awesome.
Yes,
of course.
Naturally. I gotta be completely
now
honest.
Go back, get Miz back here and go for the Intercontinental.
I gotta be completely honest. Okay, I love Cesaro, but that rotating elbows thing where he was just running for like 5 minutes and just hitting people with elbows, I was like, okay, we get it. Let's move along now. 2 minutes later,
you shut your
2
face.
minutes later. 2 minutes later, he's still doing the elbows. I'm like, can we get a big swing? Can we get a couple big swings?
We got two big swings and one that led to a ladder.
Let me finish this. And I was like, as soon as I said that, he did the big swing, and me and my buddies were like, who did he do the first one to? I know that Jericho got the head into the ladder.
Wow, I'm blank. I want to say was it Sami Zayn?
No, it was a heel. It was two heels that
it was Kevin Owens.
It was either Owens or Del Rio. Okay, and the first one. And the first one
can't count.
And the first one, me and my buddy stood up because that ladder was set up. You had two ladders set up on opposite sides, and we thought that he was going to slam his head into the first one. Mm-hmm. The first person, and when he did it, we were like, "Aww!" And then Jericho ran in, and he's over by the other one, and we're like, "Oh, he's not gonna do it now." And then he did, and we're like, "Hey!"
You know what?
Never doubt Cesaro. Shame on you.
You know, it's funny that you brought that up last week about that question of, do you think that Money in the Bank will be one of the major pay-per-views of the year? This match really made me solidify my vote that I'd say with this match, I'd say it made it.
With this match, sure, but you need to make a better card. I'm sorry. That's it.
Baby steps. Steps.
I actually didn't, other than the Cruz and Corbin matches, I actually didn't have a problem with the.
For me, the wrestling was good, but too much filler.
Yeah.
For me.
Speaking of filler.
Oh, and one more thing. Okay, I normally watch with a casual fan. Okay, I've told you stories, and they get. What gets me into a match is when he is locked in, not doing anything else, anything like that. And the only match on this card that he was completely locked in for, okay, was this Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh, naturally.
Well, that's when you actually see someone for the first time get Michinoku drivered, quote quote, onto the side of a ladder.
Ooh,
and that hurt.
And that is basically the main reason why it's my match of the night. Because not only I enjoyed it as a wrestling purist fan, but a casual who watches Raw maybe and watches pay-per-views. That's it. Was locked in. So kudos to you, WWE. You had one awesome match on this card.
Yes, I think we can all agree with that wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah.
In the meantime, now we got our P-break match. Now we got Rusev beating Titus O'Neil.
It was actually a really good match.
This wasn't my P-break match. My P-break match was Cruz and Sheamus.
Yeah, but that seemed to be their the cool down match at least.
At least this for me Okay, this had storyline consequences for the night after.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, it looks like it's a squash feud. It looks like it's over.
Gonna be.
It looks like it's over, and then finally we see this dude fired up. Okay, we see Titus O'Neil fired up because of what happens after this match. The
Shows
match
that
itself
Rusev is a great heel.
The match itself,
Love
okay, didn't really matter in the long run. It's what happened after the match when he went up to his kid and started yelling at him.
Your father's a loser. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. As soon as that happened, I was like, oh, okay.
That's great heel moves.
Okay.
I can't
Hold
wait to
on.
see the consequences
And then the night
day.
after, Titus yells at the interviewer who's trying to interview him, and then just comes in and beats the holy hell out of him.
Who was interviewing him?
JoJo, I think.
Was it JoJo? He was just saying it's not going to be a match. It's not even for the U.S. title. This is just going to be a fight.
I'm like, this is the Titus O'Neil I have always wanted to see, and after 5 years, we're finally getting it. And
now you're intrigued.
Let's face it, he's probably going to lose again when the rematch happens. But now there's stakes. Now there's a reason for this to be happening. It's not just about the title anymore.
He's gonna creepy Natalia Rusev.
Right on.
So the match itself didn't really matter.
It was a good match.
It was good.
It shows that they work well together.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do.
It did what it needed to do, but it was the aftermath that really put it over the top.
And now we're intrigued.
Yes, indeed. But speaking of intrigued, let's go right into our main event. Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns
Clean,
which shocked me.
And pretty much...
Actually, with how the match was going, it didn't shock me at all.
Yeah, honestly...
Reigns was the heel of this match.
Honestly, I was sort of getting tired at this point, so I was considering just going to bed early. I was like, okay...
You do not sleep through a Seth Rollins match.
I was getting tired. I thought he was going to lose to Roman Reigns, get the whole John Cena, Superman punch, whatever. I'm so glad I did not. And I looked up for a second. I was like, wait, Seth Rollins won? He won clean?
It was a really good match.
And knowing what we know now, in my mind, okay, it was a good match. Not great, but good. Roman Reigns just was kind of slow. Seth Rollins did the best he could, but with his knee and Roman Reigns being Roman Reigns, it was good. Not great, but good. But I thought it was weird that the end came as quickly as it did. Okay, the way Roman Reigns has been booked the last year, I was like, when they hit the second pedigree, I was like, he's gonna kick out. He's gonna kick out. Come on. He kicks out of 2 Styles clashes, including one on a chair, and he's gonna fall to 2 pedigrees. But now, okay,
it is the pedigree.
Yeah.
Styles clash on a chair.
It's still the pedigree.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't care. Styles clash on a chair beats out the pedigree. Beats out the pedigree on Matt. Okay, that's it.
But I will say though, that first pedigree, I don't even think I've seen Triple H reverse a spear into a pedigree.
Yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
I was like, but I was like,
that's Seth Rollins making the pedigree his own.
That's Seth freaking Rollins.
And then I saw on Tuesday. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this in because we're
here anyway. Yeah.
I saw on Tuesday morning. Okay, I believe it was Tuesday, that Roman Reigns was suspended for abusing the wellness policy for 30 days. I'm like, okay, they obviously had to know,
which they
before
did.
the weekend.
Yeah, it was confirmed by the Wrestling Observer that they knew before the show.
So, I believe that they were like, yeah, we're gonna have the match. Either way, what happened at the end of it was gonna happen. Either way.
Well,
what
let's
happened
just
at
talk
the end.
about it right now.
Dean Ambrose cashes in. Everybody is screaming. We've wanted it for so long. It's nice that we finally got it.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I do have to say this though. It's that special kind of wake up feeling where you wake up in the morning after something really great and engaging happens on Raw,
and you're like,
I wake up in the morning. I'm waking up in a world where Dean Ambrose is WWE World Heavyweight Champion. This is a damn good feeling.
I said it from the Royal Rumble. Dean Ambrose is getting Superstar of the Year.
It's just that awesome feeling. It's like cinnamon rolls in the morning.
How do you think I felt? I didn't think it was going to happen.
And now that it
did happen, I was like, yay!
I was a happy boy.
But then they have the whole thing on Monday Night Raw to set up the triple threat match. So I'm like, okay, kind of weird that they're going to do it at Battleground instead of SummerSlam, but okay. I would have thought that would have been like the big thing. But they're going to do it at Battleground. Cool. We're getting the triple threat that we've wanted. Doesn't matter when it is. As long as it's on a pay-per-view. Would have been nice.
How can you say that with a straight face?
Would have been nice.
Well.
Would have been nice for it to be on a major pay-per-view. But we're getting it on pay-per-view. Which is good enough for me. However, okay, then on Tuesday comes out that Roman Reigns was suspended for 30 days. For which he'll still be able to make the triple threat match.
It seems awfully convenient that they let him be suspended when it wouldn't affect anything, and you would be back in time, just in time for Battleground.
But okay, it made me think. Okay, that ending was pretty quick on Sunday. Okay, as I said, 2 pedigrees. Something he'd normally kick out of. Like, normally it's the 3rd or 4th finisher that finishes him, if it does at all. Okay. 2, and it was kind of quick. Like, Seth Rollins just kind of picked him up after that first one, did it again, and then just pinned him. I was like, they obviously knew beforehand.
Yes.
Okay, so what if the plan was for Dean Ambrose to cash in on Roman Reigns? And then because he got suspended, they had him lose to Seth Rollins clean. And then Dean Ambrose cashes in on Seth Rollins, which makes more sense in the long run, but this is the WWE we're talking about. What if the plan was for Roman Reigns to beat Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins attacks Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose goes, "Fuck it, I'm the lunatic fringe. I'll cash in on my best friend." But with them knowing that he's going to be suspended on the Tuesday after they set up the triple threat match, that's going to happen either way. What if they decided to make the change that, hey, Seth Rollins is going to win clean? You're gonna go out with two pedigrees after beating the hell. He beat the hell out of Rollins for 17 minutes. Okay, and then Rollins basically did 6 moves.
I'm going to say no to that for 2 main reasons. Number one, first of all, I don't see any specific changes happening just because Roman got hit with a wellness violation. That since it's only 30 days, it really does not affect what's going to happen at the major shows. It's not going to be any sort of real major change. And number 2, just the idea of having it in the history books now that all 3 members of the Shield were the World Heavyweight Champion in the same night. That's the kind of statistic that I don't think they would want to pass up.
Attacking an injured Roman Reigns is more of a heel tactic.
But it's Dean Ambrose. So
it's still in the WWE's eyes a heel tactic because it's still their guy. it makes more sense storyline wise for them for Dean to cash in on Seth as poetic justice for the Shield.
I know that, and that was pretty much my thought, but I figured since we're doing this podcast, I might as well throw it out there.
I think it's because of the wellness policy that the match ended, like you said, on 2 pedigrees. But I think Seth Rollins was supposed to win no matter what.
Yeah, because my whole thing was I felt the ending was rushed. I feel like the match itself was good.
Can I try again? When you're done.
Yeah, I feel like the match itself was good, but the ending was a little rushed, in my opinion. Like I was ready for the Roman Reigns kick out, and it didn't happen. And instead of being like, "Ooh, Seth Rollins won clean," I was like, "Wait, what?"
I can see that.
So that was my thinking.
Yes.
Tag me in. Tag me in. It's my turn on my thinking. I thought about this whole Roman Reigns situation for a good long while since the whole announcement, and I'm just thinking, they knew ahead of time. Why make it official now? I think they're actually planning on using it for the storyline purposes.
I can see that.
There was some speculation there.
I can see them. I could see them taking Roman Reigns out of the title match as punishment for the whole wellness policy that he has to do that, and have it be now for Battleground, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the title. Solidify that Dean Ambrose is not a transitional champion. He's a champion that actually is in the same league with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And now this can be used as Roman Reigns' official heel turn. The fact that he has to use the substance to be better. And with what they've been showing in the Money in the Bank match itself, and what he did Monday on Raw, he was being a very big heel. He was Seth Rollins was the face in the match, and Roman was slapping him, beating him down, insulting him. He was a flat out heel in that match. And then the next night on Raw, he's talking with Dean Ambrose. All the fans were chanting, "You can't wrestle," which really, yes, you can. Be honest.
Don't be a dick.
It's
don't
fun.
Be stupid.
It's fun to chant at him.
It's fun to chant,
but be truthful about it. And so he does something that he didn't do ever. He turned around and says, "I can wrestle, so why don't you all just sit down and just continue drinking your beers and watch the show?" He was basically telling.
I was like,
simply put, he was telling the entire WWE fans to fuck off.
I saw that and I was like,
and now you have
like,
this.
Say what you want about Roman Reigns, but he gets it.
And now with this wellness policy, now that he's gone, because he's been doing it, he's taken out of the match.
Now that he's gone, he can go full dick.
He can go, and now, since he'll be back in time for Battleground, we'll have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, 2 guys who are great mic characters, to help keep this World Heavyweight title match interesting.
Dean Ambrose wins and Roman Reigns with a beatdown.
Battleground ends in a no contest. Because as soon as Dean Ambrose is about to win, Roman Reigns comes out and just ends the match, pissed off that he got taken out of the match, period.
Roman Reigns
and now we
with
have the Shield
beatdown.
with epic beatdown on both Rollins and Ambrose. And now then have the triple threat at SummerSlam.
Which will make Tarek happy.
I'd be okay with that.
I would be fine with that. It's good story.
It is great storytelling.
If only we were the writers for the WWE.
You know what?
Because let's face it, okay? The triple threat match is happening.
Does that make so much more sense?
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
Because even with Rollins and Reigns, when they were on the mic before setting up their match, Ambrose was just pushed to the side, and I'm just like, okay, he's not just a trophy they can go after. He's a legit fighting champion, and hopefully this continues on. He made his mark on both Reigns and Rollins on the end of Raw. Have it continue with now Reigns being punished for his actions as official heel turn, and have it be the new babyface with Dean Ambrose versus the tweener with Seth Rollins, and the full-on heel with Roman Reigns. SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'd actually like it if they did that and just saved it for SummerSlam. just so we can get the big main event on our neck of the woods.
Because since they made the whole suspension so open, they made it so public that they did it. Why would the moment he come back, like without being involved with the build-up one bit, why would he just be thrown into the title match?
Because I think that's why they're setting everything up now, just so they can sort of take him off TV, just to abide by their own...
He's going to be gone the entire build. It won't work if they keep him in the title match.
I agree with you, but in order for Vinnie Mac to have his Shield triple threat before it's time, I think that's just what I see them going for right now.
Should that be what they do? It won't make sense.
Should that be what they do? No, absolutely not. But again, just from what I've seen, that's where I see them wanting to do.
This is Vinnie Mac. Roman Reigns is going to stay in the match. Is it smart? No.
From what I've been reading, he is losing a lot of venues. One big reason they gave Dean Ambrose the title is not just because of Roman Reigns' wellness policy.
Oh, yeah.
It's because for the past live show venues, Roman Reigns is head of the A show, which is big venues. A lot more tickets can be sold. It's a bigger deal. Dean Ambrose is the B show with the smaller venues and not as much attention. Dean Ambrose's shows have been getting the same
I've been seeing that
finance record as Roman Reigns' A show, which is the bigger venue, so they should be getting more. So it just shows Dean Ambrose is such a huge attraction, and him being the babyface champion is, I guess the best way to say it, is best for business.
Yeah, it's this whole debacle really made me a lot more calm about the whole Roman Reigns situation. Now that all signs point to him not being the next John Cena, it's more like
he screwed that up.
He'll be more like the next. At most, in more than one sense of the phrase, he'll be the next Randy Orton.
I'll see that. I can see it.
Yeah. Especially with all the drug violations that Randy Orton's already had.
He has two. One more and he's done.
Scott doesn't time fact. Dean Ambrose, even though he won cashed in on the same night, similar to Kane still has the shortest time with the briefcase with 50 minutes. Dean Ambrose only had it for 55.
I am not shocked in the slightest.
Where did you find that fact?
Because it's a Kane fact.
Did you pull that out of your ass? Too?
No, it's a Kane fact.
Oh, true.
It was like as soon as you
I was actually really, really curious if he did beat it time-wise. And they have the facts online.
Mm-hmm. You can look up anything online these days.
No.
You know. So, basically, I don't care about anything else. I really enjoyed this match. Facial hair ratings, gentlemen?
When it comes to Money in the Bank, there are moments where I was disappointed. The AJ Styles John Cena ending, the boringness of Apollo Crews, Sheamus, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler. I'm gonna give it a very high full beard.
Brian?
Say what you want about everything that happened. Yeah, Dean Ambrose winning was a big thing, and the Money in the Bank ladder match was great, but there was a lot of filler. And even though the wrestling was good, I can't go high on the full beard. I'm gonna go low. Full beard. The coloring isn't quite there yet. Okay. I honestly thought about giving this a classic OT, but the Dean Ambrose Money in the Bank cash in put it over the top. But if you want to make this a big pay-per-view, cut out the damn filler.
Well, for me, the only filler were the two matches that were meant to be the pre-show and the pre-show itself. That was the only filler I saw.
There was a lot of boring downtime for me. Mm-hmm. Matches that I wasn't exactly into. So that's why I'm going low full beard. Because you can't go classic goatee on a Dean Ambrose cash-in. No, you can't.
I'll tell you what. Yes, there was a lot of filler, but then again, there was so much wrestling on this card that anything that was filler or just sort of fell flat was almost immediately overridden by something else I liked. And the ending, especially with the ending and how it ended, that really just sealed the deal for me. I know you guys are going to disagree with me wholeheartedly, but I gotta give this a goat face. 5 out of 5. I enjoyed this too much to give it any less.
My big problem, was even though AJ Styles versus John Cena was great, the ending was so shit in my mind that everything before it just came down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so it's one of those. Yeah, that could have brought it up to what you're talking about, but the ending of that match, just if AJ Styles won, legit clean, yeah, goat faces all around. Okay, but the ending of that match just fucking killed the entire match. For me, so
if you add Money in the Bank with Raw, I think I would actually give it a goat face.
Yeah, because Raw was was good.
Yes.
But if it's just the event by itself, I can't give it that extra nudge.
Hey.
I wasn't into this pay-per-view until the last hour.
No, that's when all the big stuff was happening.
Even the AJ Styles John Cena stuff, it was great, but was I into it? But as soon as that Money in the Bank ladder match started, I was like, okay, I'm in. Mm-hmm. But the 2 hours before that, I didn't really get into the Styles Cena match because I smelled bullshit from the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it was great, but I knew this was coming, so the build up to that automatically
fell flat.
Fell flat for me. So the first 2 hours, meh. The last hour, that's it.
And the sound levels are in the red. But you know what? The ending was good. I don't care either right now.
Dean Ambrose winning the title. Yeah.
That one's free. That one's free.
That was free. Don't do it again. Got it.
There we go. But anyway, that's us. We also want to know what you think, as always. Tell us what you think. Leave us a comment. Subscribe if you like what you hear, or just give us a thumbs up. We like those too. You can also track us down on our Facebook page at the Scholars of Wrestling Show. Give us a like there. Get all of our updates, all of our latest episodes, all of our posts right into your face hole on your Facebook feed.
Your face hole?
Yes, right into your face hole.
Okay.
Get rid of some of those BuzzFeed articles that you hate so much. Or, of course, you can also just join us on our Twitter machines. Subscribe. You can follow our main Facebook page. Our main... Wow, I'm getting tired. Our main Twitter account, ScholarsOW, for all the latest episodes, whenever they're uploaded, as soon as they're uploaded. And you can also join us on our personal Twitter accounts just to join the conversation. I like to live tweet all the major pay-per-views, all the major Raws, whenever something fun happens. I noticed, Brian, you've been doing that a lot more recently.
Yeah, I don't tweet often, but when there's something to say, I do. So, at Atomic Beanpole on Twitter.
Fool, where can they reach you at?
At the Avataric.
And
I feel like I should have said it as Brian usually says it. At the Avataric! since I was the third one on this one. Or second one.
And I'm Robbie Rage. All one word, no hyphens. I'm Robbie Rage.
Boom. We do not like hyphens in our Twitter.
Boo. Hyphens,
Twitter
boo.
handles.
Hyphens are superstars.
And I don't think Twitter likes it either, because I don't think you can actually put them in.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Twitter is superstars.
Hey, I like Twitter. Twitter is most certainly not superstars.
Certainly quicker than Facebook. Facebook is superstars.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Facebook, you are superstars. Mark Zuckerberg, you are superstars.
You and your $1 billion
Okay, it's very clear you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome. I don't
See
even
you on Monday
I
Night
can't even think of
Raw.
anything creative after what you guys just did.
Superstars.
Superstars.